Hey, what's up? Thanks for joining us. I'm Sky Hughes, and followed by Tim Clark here. He's an engineer at Proline, and he's been with us for quite some time. And the significance of Tim is that he knows just about everything that's happened around here. He's been involved with all sorts of things, from obviously insides of the business to the outsides of the business, the things you know, things you don't know. Today we're going to maybe talk about some things that you don't know that have evolved, that Proline has been involved with over the years, and in our involvement in technology of wheels and tires. So,
right on, Scott. What I wanted to talk about today was our new VTR wheel and tire combination. Over the weekend, there's been some discussion in one of the major races that possibly we've tried to bring too much technology to the class, or try to adapt the wheels for too higher performance. And so I asked you if we could get together and we could address that.
Yeah, let's address it, man. I'm anxious to see what we have.
Yeah. Well, the bottom line is, in 2008, we looked at our LPR wheel, which is our LPR wheel here. We opened up the rule book that was existing at the time and checked out to make sure we were within spec. And what became apparent was there was some room for modification in the bead area of the tire. What we did is we looked at race-proven 8-scale buggies, and we realized that because of the roots of monster truck, that they still retained a 10-scale style bead. And we all know what's frustrating about this. Go to a high bite track, you rip your bead back, it's all full of dirt. Now you know you're losing performance, right? It's
old technology. I mean, you want to just step up to the latest technology, something that is easier to mount, something that lasts longer, and something that is going to give you the next step in advancements of the category. And yeah, to me it makes sense that 8-scale bead.
Right.
Do it for truck.
Do it for truck too. So everything's standard. I mean, this is the 8-scale class. So we looked at the wheel and we said, okay, if we're going to add the bead, where would we do it? And it makes sense that on an 8-scale, your tire meets the rim right at the corner. And we looked at the LPR line and we checked out where the tire meets the wheel right here at the corner. We maintain that dimension. And as you can see, the wheels are exactly the same dimension where the tire meets. The wheels are the exact same width at that point. So, when you have a VTR wheel, it virtually looks identical to LPR. What are the benefits? The benefits are the glue bead area. We all know that that's very durable from 8-scale cars.
It's more significant. It's just one flat layer instead of a different steps in the design.
Right.
Which is going to be a stronger bond.
And then we're not carrying around some of the extra bead material down inside the wheel. It's made the foam a little more straightforward, just like 8-scale car. And that's the reason we did it.
We see some technology advances from an LPR wheel to a VTR wheel. What are some of the other examples in 8-scale truck, monster truck category that have transpired over the years?
Well, Scott, I'd like to go all the way back to May 1989 in 10-scale here.
Well, that's before monster truck then, isn't it?
That's right. That's right. When I came to work at Proline just came back from the Australian Worlds, where Yokomo introduced a 2.2 wheel, which was larger in diameter than the current 2-inch wheels being used. And there were some rumblings at that race that was an unfair advantage. When Proline came back, we looked at what was being used and what the current rule books were saying, and we introduced a 2.15 wheel that was within the rules, the raw rules at the time. And we did that because we realized the bigger diameter wheel is better for performance. And for the cars were getting faster and they needed these. We kept the same width, but obviously we went to a bigger diameter. After those wheels were in place, we raced on those for probably 2-3 years. The 2.2 wheels still existed. And I believe Losi introduced one of their new off-road kits, and they made 2.2 wheels standard. At that point, all the sanctioning bodies realized that hey, this is probably good for the class, and they went ahead and they legalized 2.2 wheels, which is the wheel this diameter, similar to the diameter wheels we see on Ryan's car right here, and that that brought the performance up.
Obviously, I think about 10 scale and the need for new technologies. For instance, if that 2.2 inch wheel wasn't here today, if we were running with LiPo batteries, brushless motors with a 2.0 inch wheel and the carcass is flopping all around, I'd imagine that probably wouldn't be too much fun. And we saw the resurgence in electric over the past couple of years with the introduction of new technology. So
Right.
It's good to go all the way back to, you said 1990?
That was in 89, 90.
89,
when
90.
all this has taken place. We were probably up to 2.2s by 93, 94. And then we even went further. The introduction of wide format wheels, as you can see, this wheel is a new wider format wheel. This is an original buggy wheel that you ran in 89. It's really narrow and everything, and
It looks like a pulley.
right. And then then sure enough, wider wheels. Wider's better. To an extent, everything's got to be adjusted within reason, and it's got to follow with performance of cars. I don't think anybody would have been excited for Ryan to show up with this wheel combination at the
Yeah,
2009 Nationals.
I don't think so either. What, in the last couple of years, A-Scale has changed. What has Proline done to keep up with technology in A-Scale?
Well, in 8 scale, Scott, the same things happened. We had a pretty standard format wheel that was used for a few years. The cars have obviously got faster. You got bigger motors, better clutches, big bore shocks. Weight's been moved forward, high downforce swings. The cars are just going faster. And actually, one of our competitors came up with a larger diameter and wider wheel. And we looked at that and we thought, hey, that's right for the class. And so we tooled up and followed suit. And there's no qualms about it. It's better technology. We're not coming out with 6-inch wheels or anything crazy like that. Just adapting the wheels, stretches the carcass out a little bit more, and makes the cars much more enjoyable to drive.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I remember myself personally testing these wheels, and one of our friends over at Associated, Brent Thelke, came to me and says, "Hey, you got to test this new wheel. It's better."
Mm-hmm.
And I found it hard to believe that a couple millimeters here and a couple millimeters there could make a big difference, but it did make a significant difference. And today, it's the standard for which everybody races on. So I enjoy it. I enjoy being able to go faster around the track, making it easier to drive. I think those are all things that we strive to do for the end user, is to make things fun and more enjoyable and easier to drive.
That's right. That's the whole goal, is for Proline to keep up with the advancements. I mean, you have car advancements, and we got to have wheel and tire advancements. And we can't always ask for permission to do this stuff. Sometimes we've got to. We see what the need is. We produce it, and let the customers check it out and see what they think. So the V2 wheel here has been quite successful.